Honorable, what is your reaction?
Well, the reaction is just to accept what has happened. National Assembly members are elected to pass laws, to consider how government works in order to ensure oversight. Lawmaking is the primary responsibility of the National Assembly. And the most important law is the Constitution. 2016, there was a change of government. The government which was changed also had to overthrow the government of the First Republic. And the people did not want to live in that climate. They pushed the agenda of coming back to democratic constitutional rule. We gave rise to the establishment of a Constitutional Review Commission and the holding of a referendum in August 1996 to promulgate such a constitution. But because of the democratic process, there is a transitional provision which said that the president must first be sworn in and a parliament must exist in order for democracy to come back to life. And that's what happened in 1997. And that's why you have the 1997 Constitution. Most people have not gone through that Constitution to even understand it. But the first chapter of the Constitution is declaring that Gambia is a sovereign republic and sovereignty resides in the people of the Gambia, from whom all authority must originate, and on the welfare of whom must be the government must exercise its authority. So it means that power must be derived from the people and must be exercised to promote their welfare. That's what is in the first chapter. But we have seen over the years that under the First Republic, Second Republic, a person will stay in office for 30 years, for 20-something years, and as a result, the change that we envisage in 2016 was to bring about a new Gambia where self-perpetuating rule will be checked, where we'll be able to have term limit, we'll be able to have second round of voting, so that if you don't have 50%, you'll not be a president of the Gambia, and that we will move to give more authority to check the executive so that it can be accountable to the population. If you look at most of the comments people were making, that this was giving too much power to the legislature, it's just a misconception, because the president appoints a minister and confirmation comes from the National Assembly. But the president, under all circumstances, would have had power to remove that minister from office. So how can the National Assembly impose any minister on the president? It's just a check and balance system. It's the same situation with the judiciary. If the president appoints the Chief Justice, why shouldn't the legislature confirm? Since the recommendation is really coming from the Judicial Service Commission.
Now, Honorable, this draft bill has been met with quite the mixed feelings from the Gambians. Now that it has not been passed, a lot of people have said that voting no of this bill meant that Gambians have wasted more than hundreds of millions of dollars.
I don't know what you talk about wastage. The whole issue is moving a country forward. The most important document is a constitution. So if anything fails here, it's better to find out what led to the failure. But don't tell me that the exercise of building a constitution is a wasted effort. This generation will achieve absolutely nothing until we understand that a country must have instruments, must have institutions, and must have normative practices in order to be able to shape the destiny of the people. And the Constitution is the foundation, is the architectural sketch. So if we inherit a Constitution and reviewed it in order to improve it, that is precisely what should be done. That is the agenda for change. So it's not a wasted effort. Look at the process and find out where it failed. But don't tell me that the process of building a constitution is a waste of effort.
And we have also seen international bodies like the European Union and the US Embassy in the Gambia made comments that the National Assembly members of this country should try and make sure that this bill is passed. Now, also Gambians have reacted to that, saying that these foreign bodies are trying to inject themselves into the politics of this country. Do you feel the same way?
This is not about Gambians and others. It's about us. We should define ourselves before we start finding out how others see us. How do we see ourselves? Our focus is Gambia and the Gambian people and our thinking and the type of system we want to build for our country, how to eradicate our own poverty. Before others think about you, you think about yourself in the first place. I believe that all those thinking and discussions are misplaced priorities. We, the Gambian people today, what have we achieved? What were we trying to do? What is the use of a constitution? Do we know? Before we talk about others imposing on us, have we defined our own self? Are we the architects of our own destiny? I believe that whatever others say should make us reflect on ourselves again. Why are they saying those things to us? Are we truly independent? Are we truly new Gambians? Do we have our own thinking? What type of mindset do we have? Do we have national unity? Do we see each other as citizens of the same country? Do we wish for each other what we wish for ourselves? Or do we wish for ourselves also what others wish for us? So if others are telling us do something, what are they telling us to do for ourselves? Can they impose anything on us? Can they dictate to us? We own our minds. So in essence, I believe the issue here is we brought about the change in 2016 with the objective of building a new nation. Have we built that nation? That is the question.
A very important question, and of course some people say that there is no new Gambia without a new constitution. Is that something that you believe in too?
Well, if we cannot think together to be able to build a constitution that we can call our own, when will we become a nation? There can be no third republic without a constitution. And if we cannot think and come and craft a constitution for ourselves, then we are not ready.
Thank you very much.